Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. Today we are taking on floors 11 through 19, and then the Nether Spider on floor 20 of Doom Tower Hard. For clearing the regular floors, we used our HP Burn CC Comp team, starting with physics and speed, resilience, and perception sets. 52,000 plus HP, 4,200 plus defense, 222 speed, 358 accuracy. She's got a fully booked A1, a chance of decreasing the target's turn meter and filling hers by the amount is lost. Fully booked A2, decreases speed and 50% ally protection on all allies except this one for 2 turns. And booked A3, which places a provoke for 1 turn and a shield buff 20% of her max HP by 2 turns. And then she's got a decent aura, but it's for faction crypts. Her masteries, defensive tree, got some counterattack, and then support tree down to Eagle Eye to give us more accuracy. So that is physics, Yoshi, resilience, speed, and perception sets. 63,000 HP, almost 2,400 attack, a little over 2,300 defense, 260 speed, 357 accuracy. Booked on his A1, a chance of placing stun. Fully booked on his A2, chance of decreasing accuracy and HP burn, booked 100%. That's going to be main damage there. Fully booked A3, place increase attack and increase accuracy buff on all allies, but also a 75% chance of placing True Fear on all the enemies, and can go up to 100% if they're under an increased attack buff. Also got another passive, fills turn meter by 4% each time an enemy receives a buff, and he has a reasonable speed aura in all battles by 19%. He used to be in a stun set, so that's why we had chose Fearsome Presence and came down the defensive tree, and then the support tree for some accuracy, as well as a chance to extend buffs. So that is Yoshi, our DPS for the most part. Syl, we have in Relentless and Perception. Almost 65,000 HP, almost 3,000 attack, 200 speed. Reasonable resistance, reasonable accuracy. Normally used with Drexar, gets that plus 70 accuracy. That jumps her up pretty good there. She has decreased speed, A1, fully booked. Chance to stun, fully booked, A2. Revive with ally protection, fully booked, A3. And passive, 10% heal plus a increased speed. Her masteries came down the defensive tree to get as much as resistance as possible, and a support tree to get some HP and extend stun buffs potentially. And that is Syl. Sylar is our speed booster here and turn meter control. She's in stun set and speed set with 46,000 plus HP, almost 2,100 attack, a little over 2,200 defense, 270 speed, and 313 accuracy. Her skills, not booked, but an AoE. That's why the stun set. Partially booked, decreased accuracy, don't care too much, but AoE, again, while we're in the stun set. And then why do we use her? 30% decreased speed buff on all enemies for 2 turns, and decreases their turn meter by 40%. That allows us to be 200 and still go beforehand. Decent little speed aura, but again, for faction crypts, not applicable here. Went with some resistance, some counterattack, and of course Fearsome Presence because she is in stun set, and then some accuracy just to land some of her other skills. So that is our Sylar, our turn meter specialist. Lastly, it's Bellower, speed set, stun set, because he's all AoEs. His stats, almost 50,000 HP, 1700 attack, almost 2,000 defense, 203 speed, 292 accuracy. He has an AoE on his A1, block active skills, fully booked comes in handy. AoE on the A2, decreased speed, fully booked, that comes in handy. AoE, A3, decreased attack, decreased defense, fully booked, that comes in handy. And a speed aura and faction crypts. Again, he's in sunset, so we get him a little extra defense and fearsome presence again, as well as accuracy down the support tree. And there you go. Those are the 5 champs for clearing the floors. So for the Nether Spider, we have Ninja and Cruel and crit damage set. He's been rebuilt yet again for Clan Boss. I'm testing a few things out. So anyway, almost 35,000 HP, almost 5,300 attack, only 1,700 defense, 205 speed this time, 77 crit rate, and I only need 70% because I'm using Farrakin as well, 215 crit damage, 222 accuracy. His skills, potentially chance of landing decreased defense. Of course, his HP burn in places of perfect veil. His Cyan Slash, chance of freezing all enemies for 1 turn, or when targeting a boss, will only attack the boss and will ignore 50% of the target's defense. Will also decrease the skill of the Hail Burn by 1 turn. And then his passive starts ramping up damage. We came down the offensive tree again to War Master, but in the new comp, I don't want him getting hit, so we chose Steadfast, and then we have Sniper to try and land the HP burns and extend them. So that is Ninja. Still remains the same in Relentless and Perception sets with almost 65,000 HP, almost 3,000 defense, 200 speed, some resistance, and some accuracy there. We know her skills: decreased speed, chance to stun AoE, and revive with ally protection, and a passive to heal. Again, her masteries: down the defensive tree to pick up some resistance, and the support tree. Tatura has been modified. He is also on my new Clan Boss test team. He is in Lifesteal, or she. Almost 45,000 HP, only 1,600 attack, but 5,000 defense, 175 speed, 70% crit rate, again with Farrakin, and 227% crit damage. You don't need accuracy or resistance. We don't care about decreased accuracy. In fact, we prefer not to land it, but fully booked A1. Block debuffs and increased defense, that's what we want. Fully booked A2. Places perfect veil and shield. We want that, but at the right times. And that's the A3. And then a chance to reflect damage or place a freeze on an attacker, as well as Doom Tower defensive battle aura, which can come in handy in Doom Tower. Masteries, down again to War Master because he's being used in Clan Boss, and a chance to counterattack. And since he's a stun target, he'll be hit. So one of the few that we do want possibly doing counterattacks, and we don't want Steadfast. And that is Tatura. Then Melga, we saw last boss, speed and perception sets, 66,000 HP, 2,500 defense, 212 speed, 335 resistance. Don't care about the A1 removing a debuff, but it's nice. The shield's in continuous heal, that's what we want, that's fully booked. Revive 2 random allies and place a shield on them, fully booked, that's what we want. Again with her, defensive tree and support, trying to get as much turn meter to get back around to reviving or healing somebody as quick as possible. And lastly, we have Reliquary Tender and Relentless and Resilience set, 56,000 HP, 3,000 defense, 203 speed. We don't care about crit rate, accuracy, or anything like that. She has a chance of placing decreased attack. Of course, she's fully booked. She's just a rare. You know, if she lands that, great. If not, not a big deal. Removes all buffs from all allies and places continuous heal for 2 turns. That's what's important, especially on a 3-turn cooldown. And then revives an ally with 30% HP and fills their turn meter by 30%. That can come in handy too, so it's an extra reviver there. And then defense down to resistance with the masteries, as well as support with the HP, and then a chance to increase or extend the buffs so that continuous heal might be extended. But those are the 5 champions used for the Nether Spider on floor 20 of Doom Tower Hard. Have a nice day.